Welcome to Magical Vegan Kitchen. My name is Megan and today we're going to make surprise pantry soup. What is surprise pantry soup, you ask yourself? Well, I haven't gone grocery shopping yet, and so what I'm going to do is make a soup using the pantry items, what little fresh produce I have left, and some frozen vegetables to make a delicious soup. So there won't be a price breakdown or any of that with this video. However, most of it's pretty cheap. It's bags of frozen vegetables, it's canned beans, which I'm going to drain and rinse super well so this isn't fart soup. And the only fresh produce that I need are 2 onions, some celery, and some garlic cloves, all of which are pretty cheap, at least in my area. So let's go make some soup! Yay! Soup! Alright, I just want to show you the pile of stuff that I'm using for my soup. As you can see, it's not very well organized. What I have here in this bag is some barley, and I have my brown rice, and I think what I'm going to do is add those to my soup as well. Yeah, so we're going to see how this goes. Step 1, prep veggies. Alright, here is our prepped veggies, which are 5 cloves of garlic, roughly minced, chopped, whatever, sliced celery, and then on the bottom here I've got 2 diced onions. Step 2, open, drain, and rinse your canned beans. Here's our big bowl of prepped beans. I have dark red kidney beans, black beans, pinto beans, butter beans, and white northern beans. Step 3, saute veggies and garlic. Here we go. What I want to do here is get them so that they're tender. While my veggies are sweating, I mixed up my stock in this jug and I opened my tomatoes. This is a 28-ounce can, which is almost 4 cups of liquid. And then in this jug I have 10 cups of stock. And the way I figured out how much liquid to have is I need a cup of water for my barley and a cup of water for my rice. I have 6 cups of beans, so that means 8 cups of solids. Plus I have some frozen veggies and the veggies that are in that pot. So I need at least a couple extra cups of liquid to make this a soup. Step 4, add stock and canned tomatoes. It's stock party time, so I'm going to put my spoon down in here to prevent splashing, and I'm going to pour my stock over the back of the spoon, if I can aim properly. I'm just going to add all of this in there, and then I'm going to add my can of crushed tomatoes. I just want to make an important note about spices for this soup. I'm basically making this up as I go along, but because I'm using a bunch of canned beans, some rice, some barley, and tomatoes, I'm going to make sort of a barley minestrone situation, which means Italian seasonings. If you have one of those handy Italian seasoning mixes, then just use that. Salt and pepper is always a good option. Since we're using garlic, we're going to have some good garlic flavor. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add my spices as well now. So what I'm going to do is add 3 bay leaves. I have 1 regular sized one and 2 small ones for flavor. And then I have this Italian seasoning mix, so I'm just going to shake some in there. Add some salt and some pepper. I'm not measuring, obviously, but you can if you want. It's probably, I'm gonna have to go back and season and taste since I didn't measure. I just wanted to do a note on the grains for this since I didn't include it in the steps. I have a package that's a 1/2 cup of barley and then a 1/2 cup measure of brown rice. I'm going to add them to my stock once the stock's gotten a bit warmer than room temperature. And I will let these cook while the stock and all the flavors mingle together and develop. We are almost at a boil. I used the sweet perforations on this barley bag to rinse my rice and my barley, and I'm going to add it to the pan now. Right on. Step 5, add frozen veggies. We have quite the boil going on, so I'm going to add my frozen veggies. And when we bring that back up to a boil, we will add our beans. Step 6, add beans. Here we go. I hope I don't splash myself. All right. Yay! Okay, so right now my soup is on the burner at medium-low. Everything is in the pot, and I'm waiting for my grains to cook all the way through until they're tender, and for my beans to heat through as well. And then I'll be able to serve it with a nice big chunk of crusty bread. Step 7, eat! Here is our delicious Pantry Surprise Soup. As you can see, we've got some butter beans and some kidney beans. Here's some of that barley and rice. Oh yeah, this is going to be delicious. I'd like to thank you all for watching my video on Surprise Pantry Soup. I'm going to write out the recipe for my version in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below, or you can tweet at me at magicalvegan. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to blow on it because it's super hot, okay? That would taste good if I hadn't just burned my entire tongue.